no heroes. No heroes. No heroes, baby.
Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video here on our YouTube channel No Heroes. My name is Abra, and guys, we are back with a very interesting video for today, because we are going to look into the best decks of the top places of both NCL qualifiers, Germany and Italy. Yeah, at Saturday and Sunday last week we got two qualifiers, the first one for Italy and the first one for Germany. And yeah, we will look into the top 16, top 8, and of course the first place deck list. I prepared some interesting and nice deck lists of the players that played both events. But before we are going to look into the top 16 places and then the decks, only the first place made it to the NCL League, the No Heroes Card Gamer League. If you want to know more about the NCL, then just search NCL No Heroes on YouTube, or look at our YouTube videos on No Heroes channel. There is an information video what the NCL is. But only the first place of both events, so the Italy qualifier first place and Germany qualifier first place, only both players made it into the NCL. So yeah, but still the other players that made a good job for the league, they are prepared for some next steps. We also have second qualifier in the next week coming for Italy and Germany, because we are searching for two players from the community to qualify for the NCL, because we invited 10 of them, for Italy 10 and for Germany 10, because every country will play their own league, and two players can qualify for from the community. And for Italy and for Germany, we already got two players, yeah, the both winners, obviously. And next week, yeah, we will have the last two players that will made it to the NCL League. So first, let's start with the top 16 places. So as you can see right now, this is the NCL Germany qualifier top 16 names. And yeah, you can see the winner. It is OK1919. His name is Onur. We also did a deck profile with him with Shanks. He won with Red Shanks, OP09 Shanks 7-0. He played really good. You can watch the gameplay here on our YouTube channel and the deck profile also. But we will look into his deck list later. But yeah, this is our winner. Onur will made it to the NCL. He will be one player out of 12 that will play the NCL. Yeah, the final was against Michael. Shout out to you, Michael, and shout out to every player that played both leagues qualifier. Michael did a great job. Unfortunately, only second place, but still 6-1, very strong with purple Luffy. We will also see his deck list. Yeah, and maybe he will make it next week. Let's see. And now you can see the top 16 of the NCL Italy qualifier. And we have Riccardo Bosari that won the whole tournament with purple Luffy. We also did a deck profile with him. It's also online on our YouTube channel. You can watch it there. Very interesting list. And yeah, he is the 11th player of the NCL Italy. And I heard from the community that he really deserved it. He is a great player. He was doing really good at the NCL qualifier. And every player from the NCL know him, so yeah, well deserved. We will have a second qualifier for Italy. Let's see who's going to take that win, but Riccardo will be the 11th player of the NCL, and all other players like Frank, Squalopazzo, I forgot what it was in English, you need to write it in the comment section, that did really good for the qualifier. Let's see if one of the names that you can see will made it next week for the last place for the NCL League for Italy. So let's start with the first place of the NCL qualifier of Germany. So this is our winner deck list from the Germany NCL qualifier. It is Onur that made it into the NCL. He won the tournament with Shanks. You can watch the deck profile on our YouTube channel, like I said. And let's have a look into this deck list. It looks like a pretty normal deck list that Shanks play, but we are seeing some cards that not everyone is playing. The first card that I see is Red Hawk. Yeah, OP09 Red Hawk. In my opinion, one of the best decks in this deck. One of the best cards in this deck. Because it's very strong against Doflamingo. Doflamingo being the best deck in the game for sure. It's very clear. But this card, it defends from the leader swing. You can give minus 1000 with your leader ability to a 5k buddy, make him to a 4k, and then use Red Hawk to get rid of the leader swing, the Doflamingo leader swing, and to KO the card that he played, or one other character that was already on the board with 5k power that you give -2 with your leader. So very, very strong card in this deck. We also have 2 Gold D. Rogers. Obviously, you need to play him, very important. And yeah, the other high cost cards like Ben Beckman, Silver Rayleigh, Dragon, and Shanks, all of them he played 4 times. And also, no Marco. That's interesting, because I thought that nearly every Shanks player will play that 5-drop Marco, but no, he's not playing him. He's playing 4 aces, what makes sense. Aces very, very, very good. 3 blocker Rayleigh and 4 Lucky Rouge blocker. Also very strong card against Purple Luffy. Not that strong against Doffy. If you see the bounce law, Lucky Rouge will do nothing. But Silver Rayleigh, very strong. The 2Ks, I think it's normal to play 14 2Ks. And yeah, all of them 4 times. Only Sanji 2 times. Sanji very strong against Nami. So yeah, very good deck list. This is the winner deck list of the Germany NCL qualifier. So congrats to Onur. Let's go to the next one. And now, second place Purple Luffy list from Michael. Yeah, shout out to Michael. You did really, really good. Unfortunately, you lost, but maybe you will do it next week. Very strong performance there. And this list looks pretty interesting. I play nearly the same list because I also play Purple Luffy. But we see 4 9-drop OP09 Luffys and 2 9-drops Big Moms. So 6 9-drops in his deck. And that's really interesting to see, because I only play 2 of them, 2 of Luffy and 2 of Big Mom. We will see later a list that only plays the Luffy, but wow, he decided to play both cards, one of them as a staple, the Luffy one, and the Big Mom 2 times. Very interesting to see. I think all other cards are clear. You need to play Sorojuro, Luffy Taro, the 7-cost Sanji, of course, Gum Gum Giant, the best card in this deck in my opinion, with the Luffy Taro. And yeah, we have 2 Mr. 2s also, very interesting. I also play 2, and I think most of the people are playing 2, but I saw some deck lists that played more. Yeah, really interesting to see. No Queen also in this deck. I'm not a fan of Queen and Purple Luffy, to be honest. Back then, of course, you have to play Queen. Now you have your Onami, yeah, you have your Kid, your Sanji as your blockers, especially Onami and Gum Gum Giant will recycle your hand. You don't need Queen that much. Also, you don't want to play Queen when you go second on 5 dons. I don't think it's the best play to do. You always want to play Kid instead of Queen. So just play Kid in my opinion. But if you want to play Queen, play Queen. If you like him, it's fine, obviously. But yeah, Michael did not play Queen, so I think it's fine for that. Congrats, second place, very strong. Now the next deck is third place Blue Doflamingo from OP09. Yeah, we all know Blue Doffy being the best deck in the game for sure. He's doing very good, but both events Doffy didn't win. That's interesting. But yeah, third place. I think this deck list looks pretty standard. I see some spice. It is the 2K law. Not everyone is playing him, but I like him. He's cool. Of course, you need to play Blackbeard 4 times. What a card. Yeah, 1 Gravity Blade and 1 Perfume. I think it's also fine. I see some lists play 2 Gravity, maybe Red Rock, like Arman. He decided to play Red Rock. But the rest looks pretty standard. Doffy, one of the best decks. Third place, congrats. Yeah, maybe we will have a Doffy winner next week then. But for this week, there was no Doffy winner. Very interesting. Let's go to the next list. And now, fourth place of the NCL qualifier Germany. It is Marshall D. Teach. Blackbeard doing very good in OP09, being one of the best leaders for OP09 and also for OP10. We will see him then even stronger. But if we have a look into the OP09 deck list, yeah, Blackbeard is doing very good. I think the deck is very hard to play. It's not easy to play Blackbeard, but this list looks very good. Yeah, no Jack, what is interesting, but I'm not a fan of Jack, so it's fine. But I saw some players played that Jack, but the rest looks very normal. Laboon, you have to play Laboon. Also the events, the ratio looks very fine. Finger Pistol, very strong card here. He decided to play Vasco Shot 3 times. Wow, that's a lot, but I think this deck list looks very good. 10 drop Marshall D. Teach, what a card. obviously the best card in this deck and maybe one of the best cards in the game. Very, very strong, but like I said, it's not an easy deck because a lot of people just think, yeah, you just need to discard one card from your hand for the lead ability and play down your curve. Yeah, of course you have to do that, but you need to think of every single matchup you have to know with every deck, with every leader. It's clear. But with this deck, it's not that easy to decide when do I need to do the lead ability. Should I always play the 10 drop teach and when I'm on 10 dons? Because in my opinion, it's not the you don't need to play that 10 drop teach every time when you are on 10 dons. If you have more options or better stuff to do, you don't need to play the 10 drop teach. Then maybe do search, clear the board of your opponent if you are safe, and then next turn play the 10 drop teach. Also a decision you have to make that is not that easy. So teach, very strong deck. Maybe we will see a teach winner next week. But for this week, only 4th place for Blackbeard. We are coming to one of my favorite leaders in the game. It is Purple Black Luffy. Top 16 Purple Black Luffy decklist. Very, very strong. The player was Dirk. Shout out to you. Also a very, very strong player of Germany. He decided to bring Purple Black Luffy for this event. He made it to top 16. And what I love about Purple Black Luffy is there's no 100% clear deck list of this deck. Like, you cannot easily do copy and paste, because this leader, this color combination brings so much different cards that you can play with this leader. It's so nice to see. Like, if we have a tournament with 100 players and everyone is playing only this leader, I'm 100% sure that we will have like 90 decks that played some different deck lists. And that's what I like about this deck. It's so nice to see so many different cards in this deck. Like we see now, 3 Zoro-Juros, the 4-drop from the starter deck. In my deck list, I play 0. He played 3. Very nice. Also, the one-cost event, the search event, that looks to the top 3 for a Kid Pirate, Hard Pirate, or a Straw Hat. He played the event 4 times. In my deck list, I played this card 0 times. That's what I mean. It's so nice to see. Yeah, and he was doing good. He was 4-0, unfortunately for him at the end, only 4-2. But top 16, still pretty strong. And yeah, the rest looks pretty standard. Only 2 times the 5-drop Sanji. I love this card. I played it more. I don't know what about you guys. Do you have a spice for this deck? Write it in the comment section if you have. I would say this list looks very spicy. We also have 2 10-drop Monkey D. Luffy Gear 5, the purple one from OP09. I love this card. And 2 9-drop Kaidos that I think is the right card to play. I really like this card in this deck. Only 2 Black Marias, also interesting to see. Because most of the players, I think, played 4 Roronoa Zoro from OP09 that ramps, and 4 Black Marias that also ramp. Because, guys, I need to say that, because I saw a lot of players don't know that. You can use the Black Maria effect, yeah, when you go first on 3 dons or when you go second on 4 dons. And then at the end of your turn, when you have to put your don back, your lead ability is still will still trigger, so you will still ramp. A lot of players don't know that, but yeah, you can do that. So let's say you go first on 3, you play Black Maria, use the effect, you pass your turn, then you have to go back to 2 dons because your opponent is on 2 dons, and then your lead ability will trigger. You get 1 active don when rested, and then next turn you are not on 5 dons, you are on 6 dons. So very strong card in this deck. And yeah, the deck looks very good. I will play this deck for sure in the future more. And yeah, what do you think about the leader, guys? Write it in the comment section if you like the leader or not. And the last deck that we will have from the NCL qualifier of Germany is Katakuri. Top 16 Katakuri, very strong performance also there. The player was Trust on Mates. Congrats, top 16. Katakuri, the decklist looks pretty spicy. We have 2 times Blaze Slice, in my opinion, a very strong card. Of course, you need to play that both Charlotte Linden cards 4 times, the 10-drop and the 7-drop. Also 3 Blocker Brûlés, yeah, with the trigger. And from the starter deck, the 2K Brûlé that is very strong. 3 Onamis, only 2 search puddings. That's interesting, but it makes sense because you have way less targets than at the beginning of this deck. Now you have like 5-drop Luffy, not a target. Frankie, not a target. Kikonojo, not a target. 0-cost event, also not a target. Satori, Gedatsu, Nami, every card of that is not a target. So I think it's fine to don't play 4 puddings. It's fine. But what card you need to play 4 times is still Perospero. He is doing very, very good still in Katakuri, being a trigger that you can play a buddy. If he gets KO, you can search top 3. You can also search himself. So very, very strong. You need to play Perospero 4 times. And yeah, if Katakuri have the luck, then he can do still very, very good in the meta. And yeah, top 16, very, very strong. Now, because we are finished with the German deck list, we will jump to the Italian players. Purple Luffy winner deck list that won the NCL qualifier for Italy. The player, Riccardo, he's now one part of the NCL. He will play the NCL. 1 player is missing, and he won the tournament with Purple Luffy. Very, very strong leader, very strong deck, and interesting deck list again. No Big Mom. That's interesting to see, because I thought Big Mom, you have to play. Without Big Mom, there's no chance to win a tournament. He won it. Very, very strong, because Big Mom is very good against Doflamingo, very good against Shanks. In general, a very strong card, but he decided to bring more consistency in the deck. That's why he decided to play 4 times the 9-drop Luffy. Also, if you're going first, if you have your perfect curve, that 9-drop Luffy is so strong. Also, 4 times 7-cost Sanji to make your 7-don curve more consistent, what makes sense. But if you want to know more about this deck list and why he decided to play cards like Sanji, 9-drop Luffy, or Mr. 2 4 times, then go and watch the winner deck list on our YouTube channel with Riccardo. Very, very strong. Congrats. Glad to see him doing very good. And yeah, I'm happy that you are part of the NCL Italy. So congrats. First place, Purple Luffy. And now we see 2nd place, Black Rob Lucci from OP07 decklist from the player Frank. Yeah, Lucci is still doing good, and I think he's in a very good position in OP09. Black Yellow Luffy, everyone know, was the best deck in OP08 for sure, also OP 8.5. But with the appearance of Blackbeard with the leader, Luffy got a 2nd very bad matchup. Bonnie is the first one. The second one is for sure Marshall D. Teach. The matchup is really tough, and that's good for Lucci because we have way less Black Yellow Luffy players than in OP08, obviously, and that's good for Lucci because his toughest matchup was Black Yellow. Now Lucci's doing good, 2nd place. List looks very nice. We see 4-cost Kuzan in the list, very nice. Still 3-cost Brook, very important. 4 Ice Age, 4 Tempest Kick, pretty normal. 2 times 9-drop Kaido, 2 Sabos. Yeah, list looks very good. The 9-drop Kaido, I really love this card. It's a very strong card in my opinion. It's very good against Teach, very good against Black Yellow Luffy because it's active at main. It's very strong. And yeah, the rest looks pretty normal. 2 Kakus, the 5-drop, also very strong card against Doflamingo. Yeah, Lucci is still doing good in OP09, so I don't know. Maybe I need to try Lucci again in OP09, and then I need to find out how the deck is really doing in OP09. But I think he is in a good position, so congrats for the 2nd place with Rob Lucci. And now, guys, we will have a look into a Marco deck list. 3rd place, Marco the Phoenix deck list. I love seeing Marco on stream all the time. I love seeing Marco gameplay. It's just a very fun deck, very nice and strong deck that is also doing good in OP09. Yeah, 3rd place, very strong. And also the deck list looks so nice. We have that one-off Goldie Roger, that one-off 9-drop Whitebeard, and of course, one of the best cards in this deck. It is the 9-cost Sanji that works really good with a leader, 3 Rayleigh, 3 Dragon, 2 7-drop Ace. That is very strong. Of course, your 5-drop and 7-drop Ace will have Rush, will have the ability because your leader is White Pirate. It's pretty clear. We see the 4 times the Ivankov, the 3-drop, also a very strong card. Yeah, and the rest looks really good. I like the deck. I love seeing the deck on stream all the time because it looks so fun, and I think a lot of players enjoying this, enjoying playing this deck. So yeah, congrats, 3rd place, very strong. Let's see if Marco is going to win next week. Maybe. He was doing very good. He was undefeated. At the end, at the last round, we got 3 players undefeated. Marco was one of them. He got a down pair, if I'm not wrong, and unfortunately he lost. If he didn't lost, then he would play the final with Marco. Wow, so strong. Maybe we have some Marco mains that are watching this video. You can write it down in the comment section. What is Marco's best matchup from the meta decks? Is it Doffy? Is it Luffy? Is it Lucci? Because I want to know. I'm not sure, but what is Marco's best deck in the meta that he's doing so fine in OP09? Yeah, write it down in the comment section, and let's go to the last deck for today. Now guys, the last deck list for today. It is 5th place Smoker. Also a very strong deck, very strong leader. That is since the release of the starter deck. Back in the meta, doing really good. Decklist looks very fine. That one of Isho looks interesting. The one of Kaido. 3 Ice Age looks also very strong. 3 Kuzan. Yeah, I think the decklist looks very good. That 1 Kosengoku. What a card. One of the best cards in this deck. So strong. You trash 2 Navy cards from your hand. And then you can draw 3 cards. And also, what is a very strong turn, you can play Moria, bring out Rebecca, and let's say, I don't know, Brenu. Yeah. Then with Brenu, you search for a 2K. Then with Rebecca, you pick up a 2K. And then you play a Sengoku from your hand, trash 2 bricks from your hand, and draw 3 new cards. And maybe you draw into 2 new 2Ks. And then with only 1 Moria, you was able to get 4 2Ks in your hand. So strong, very consistent deck, very cool deck list. And yeah, guys, this was it. This was the last deck list that we have for you guys. Congrats again for both players, Ricardo and Onur, that made it to the NCL. Onur for Germany, Ricardo for Italy. And next week we're doing again a breakdown with the last NCL qualifier. We are looking for the last 2 players that will qualify for Germany and Italy. And yeah, guys, I hope you liked the video. Leave a like, leave a follow, write down in the comment section if you will play the last qualifier for Italy or for Germany. And yeah, I wish everyone the best of luck and see you next time. Goodbye.